DWNProductions.net, masks, busts, props, custom work. Maybe you've always wanted something made. Maybe I can make it for you. Hit me up, DWNProductions.net.
FastCustomShirts.com. Hey, you've always wanted your own shirt for your business, film, little club, whatever. Hit me up. Maybe I can help you out.
Let me ask you this, baby. What do you know about hard times, daddy? You know anything about the hard times?
I know a little bit about hard times, Tom.
Do you?
Let me ask you something, Tom.
Sure.
You ever heard of Walter Hill?
No. Oh shit, wait. I think he directed 3 episodes of Tales from the Crypt.
Did indeed. And for the next 3 weeks, we're gonna find our thrill in the films of Walter Hill. Yeah. So we're starting out with, as you mentioned, Hard Times, baby. Hard Times. And I don't know what year this was made, but it was quite a while back.
1923.
1923. This is a Depression era movie. And
It takes place in 1933.
so was that the Depression? Yeah, because it was before World War II. That's quite a bit before World War II, at least the U.S.'s involvement in World War II. You see, the 1930s, let's see, who would have been president at that time? Would that have been Calvin Coolidge? No.
Woodrow.
Anyway, so Chuck Norris is, just a roused
What?
up. He's riding.
Chuck Norris?
No, I'm sorry.
Charles Bronson, you
Charles,
fuck.
because you have that Chuck Norris bust in the background over there. But yes, old Charles Bronson, he's riding the rails. He's a hobo.
He's a boxcar child.
Getting from here to there. And for some...
Complete with stupid fucking hat and all.
Yeah, but which was the style at the time, Tom. But for some unfathomable reason, he decides to stop in New Orleans. Like, who the fuck would stop in New Orleans? Like, they have work there? No, they don't. He's got enough money for coffee, though. Notices, like, hey, a bunch of men are, like, walking into this building over here. I like men. Let me go see what that's all about. And it turns out the men are there to watch a prize fight, Tom. An illegal prize fight. But
he didn't know that at first. He just seen all these dudes popping their shirts off, so he creepily starts licking his lips behind a fucking tower of pallets.
Yeah. And, he sees the fights, kind of figures, all right, this guy's like a wheeler dealer in this shit, so let me follow him and eat some of his dinner. And maybe
at the old oyster hole. I don't know what's up with this fucking movie and oysters, but I guess they had a sponsorship.
Probably. You didn't see the sign? It said...
For Big Oyster. Yep, no, I seen it.
Okay, well, yeah, they sponsored the movie, so there's a little product placement there.
It didn't say, like, Jimmy's Oysters or anything. It always just said oysters.
It's old Jimmy Coburn that's eating the oysters, and he said, hey, put me to work. What do you mean, put you to work? What are you talking about, son? Like, what's going on here? He's kind of like a foghorn leghorn type, Tom. And just put me to work. He doesn't talk much in this movie, old Charles Bronson, and he goes and meets a hooker and decides, I'm going to hook this bitch.
Well, it's not really a hooker. It's a fucking lady all she's doing is flashing her fucking wedding ring. And this takes place at a diner, an old 1933's diner. And Charles Bronson pulls up, he's at the counter, drinks a coffee, like he sees this lady minding her own business, drinking her coffee with her fucking left hand, showing everybody her wedding ring. And then Bronson says, "Ooh, a challenge." So then he fucking walks up and gets into this very small two-person booth with her, fucking gives her the coffee, and she just keeps flashing him the wedding ring the whole time. But in this movie, Bronson's a piece of shit. And he says, "Fuck that. I'm trying to get my dick wet." Good. I'm glad your fucking husband's in jail. He's probably getting fucked right now. He's probably getting fucked right now, so don't feel too bad about it, Toots. So he takes her back and fucks her like a gentleman, not committing adultery or anything. It's a sin, Joe. He's not a good guy in this movie.
Well, she's prostituting, Tom.
Is she?
Yeah, that's made clear at the end. But there's also a lot of scenes with her that were cut throughout the movie. The movie had initially like a 2-hour running time. They cut it down to 1:30. There was a few
This
more.
shit felt like 8 hours watching it.
There was a few more fights that were cut out. But anyway,
Okay, let me ask you this. Was there a fight cut out where he lost?
I don't know. They were cut. I've never fucking seen them.
No, I don't know if you fucking like know the backstory on this movie, because that probably would have helped. A fucking fight that he lost, not Bronson just coming in whooping every motherfucker's ass, and you not having any question in your mind that Bronson will ever lose. Even the final fight, it's just like, oh, Bronson's now he's gonna win. She's like, he just comes in, wins everything, and leaves. Bye. Oh, terrific. What a piece of shit.
Right. I mean, and that's all the movie is. You know, he has a few fights, earns some money. The real story is not really with him. It's with James Coburn, who is just a fucking lousy, degenerate gambler, owes everybody money, and he's on the hook for it. So it kind of fucks up the underground fighting career of Charles Bronson or whatever. But anyway, everything works out in the end. Everybody's happy, and it's basic. It's a real basic story. And I know you said you were bored with it, but Tom, I mean, you were tired as shit. You haven't been sleeping well. You know, not the
I
time
never sleep well.
they're laying your eyes. Thinking, God, man, I
I
got.
was like, terrific. I love Tales from the Crypt. I love Charles Bronson. And then the fucking PG-13 rating came up. And then the old timey film look came up that I just don't like. And it took place in a time I don't give a fuck about. And everybody in this movie's a piece of shit. There's not one person that you can be like, oh, he's an all right guy. He's someone I could cheer for. All the fights fucking suck. It's all no blood until the very end. So you can't even tell who's hurt or anything. It's just fucking different slap sounds. And maybe, if you grew up with this before you've seen other fucking fight movies, maybe this was like the first fight movie and it was revolutionary at the time. But it was a whole lot of who gives a fuck for me, just putting my fat ass to sleep.
So this was one of the first fight movies at the time, and it was revolutionary. You know, it they hadn't really shown underground fighting as a way that's, oh, well, like people are fucking betting on this shit. People are doing this, and Charles Bronson, there's not much to him in this movie at all. And it's like I say, the other performances, they outshine him, all of them, except for his wife, Jill Ireland, who really doesn't do shit either. So I guess they were the perfect couple. But James Coburn, I think, is fucking great. Strother,
He's trying to keep his fucking teeth in his head the whole fucking movie.
I always forget his name, but the guy that played the doctor, I thought he was a lot of fun.
He kept coming off like the fucking Southern dandy from King of the Hill. That's all I could fucking think about. It's like, man, King of the Hill, I should be watching that instead.
Trying to do, and he was his name is Poe because he was a descendant of Edgar Allan Poe, and he tries to play that off to the guy that's the main uh, fucking criminal gambler guy, dude. I thought he was really good. the bald dude that is initially the badass fighter. I thought he was good too. I think everybody is good in this movie except really for uh, Bronson and Ireland, but they do what's required of them in the movie, and it's I think it's good. I still think it's a good movie. Yeah, I fucking like it. It's staying in the collection. I'll watch it again at some point, Tom. You know,
I mean, that's fine. And this isn't a knock on you or anything,
it's
but
a
I mean,
dude.
this is definitely like a grandpa movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Like for sure. And that's not a dig or anything,
I'm a fucking.
but
I'm
it
a
just yeah, it's for a certain generation for sure. I guess the people who made Lionheart saw this and they said, "Hey, let's do this better." And in my opinion, they did. In your opinion, they didn't. I remember you not liking that one. So
yeah, because it's a
right
rip
there, it kind of shows the juxtaposition of generations and shit. So
It's
I
definitely
can understand why you dig it.
for the Mortal Kombat crowd for sure.
Fuck yeah, Johnny Cage punching him in the dick.
And that's it. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. You remember that time he punched that dude in the balls? He like went under his skirt and punched him in the ball bag. That was classic.
For the next Mortal Kombat, you can get a Charles Bronson skin and play as Charles Bronson from Hard Times.
That'd be pretty good. As long as it's like a Sonya skin, so we can go around kissing motherfuckers. Or yeah, fucking Bronson just blowing fucking people kisses. That'd be terrific. I'll buy 2 copies and write them both off. Yeah, man, I wanted to like it, but shit, that stupid fucking hat too. Every goddamn scene he's wearing that stupid fucking hat, and when he's not, he has a fucked up haircut. It looked like somebody cut his hair with a fucking shoe.
Well, I mean, that's what you had to do in the Depression era, Tom. The fucking guys riding the rails, they didn't just fucking pop into a barber shop, But he's got money now for a proper haircut.
Yep, on his way to Illinois,
Mm.
a better place.
Mm. They're about the same. It's the same fucking place.
Mm, you're a fucking racist, Joe.